Walls are continuing to go up. Secure the capital. And we can see the different people moving on the map. I do like to go up and check these maps from time to time. The kind of blue purplish area, that is the representation of our territory. If you're familiar with other 4X games, that's the good indicator of it here. Okay, you can see the men walking across the bridge narrowly, and then they have to reform into their battle line. You can change the size of the battle lines, but generally it's not too bad. But you can see those giant pikes that I was talking about. They're spears that are just tall as all get out. They're, what, 2.5 times the size of one of the soldiers? That's incredible. And we're going to get this watchtower built. Not generally do you send your heavy cavalry out to do that, but they'll be able to run back over if needed. Now, something else you can do in this game that I really enjoy, you can link units together by putting them next to each other. And so they're going to all come over here and form up. And then I can, if I remember how to do it, tell them, hey, that's really too deep. What I want is for you to be narrow, like that. Narrower. Faction discovered, Athenian Empire. Oh yeah? Athens is down here, but they've got quite a few cities under their control. Including this one, on the edge here. It's currently out of bounds. We're still in, technically, the tutorial mode for the game. Another reason that I'm kind of flying through it. Now with these watchtowers, one, they prevent revolutions as people walk by. Two, they actually give us a warning of enemies coming. Argeus and the Athenians have been seen marching toward Pella. Mouse over the alert to monitor the visible enemies. Okay, cool. There's a hoplite brigade. Game takes us there and tells us, yes, they are marching towards us. All right, so good thing we've got all the troops out here. 2 lines, and y'all are going to be needed. So come on up here on the hill. You can maybe do a flanking maneuver. Now, in this game, there are historical documents. We could read each of these if you wanted to have a really good basis on your history. So, Argeus is the most dangerous of the claimants to the throne of Macedon. 30 years earlier, with the help of the Illyrians, Argeus expelled Philip's father, King Amyntas III, and declared himself king of Macedon. That's a ooh sound, retook the throne 2 years later, and Argeus fled to Athens, where he has been living under Athenian protection ever since. With the recent death of Perdiccas III, Athens has decided to restore Argeus as a vassal king. Consequently, Argeus has gathered a force of hoplites in Macedonia with plans to march past the old capital of Aegea and claim the throne at Pella. Argeus must be stopped to secure the kingdom. If you garrison Aegea with a brigade of spearmen or other troops, they can help protect the old capital and harass Argeus and his hoplites while they cross the Hegemony River. If Argeus manages to enter Pella, then he can be defeated by retaking the city, etc. I'm not going to read all of them, but this is kind of scenario setting to understand more about who Philip is. Now, after we kill Argeus, we will end up with the brigade of Hypaspists. Hard to say. These are very, very specialized, very heavy infantry that we're going to probably make our siege group, since they are very resistant against arrows and spears. Things thrown. Things flying at you. What would you say? Death at a distance. Let's call it that. Food, etc., etc. Really is a nice tutorial method. I would spend more time with it, but I've read most of these so many times. And note, we're continuing to get new recruits. They're popping out one by one, and then joining the battle line. It doesn't mean all that much since they're going into the back rows, but I kind of like the mechanic of just seeing people show up as though they've been running to join the battle. Okay, so we are facing, what, 2 brigades of hoplites? Cool. We've got 2 phalangites. You can see the distance. The phalangites are much more able to engage. Meanwhile, our cavalry here is going to come down and do a flanking maneuver. Best we can. Oh, blocked. Okay. We're going to come back out here. cavalry does better when they can charge into the flanks, as you may be unsurprised to learn. And we have defeated them. Didn't take much time.
Claiming to be the rightful king of Macedon, Augeas turned his men against the kingdom he purported to lead. But Augeas underestimated Philip's military prowess. The pretender died as he lived. The kingdom began to recover, but it remained in peril. Not content with killing King Perdiccas, Bartolus began assembling a massive army for his return to Macedonia. Philip would have to confront Bartolus and force his hand, or the kingdom would surely be lost.
So again, so far we are following a fairly standard progression. All of this happened in reality, although the troops from Athens had managed to make it past Aegea. But knowing that troops were coming, I was able to stage people in ahead of time. Okay, we now have the, I can't pronounce this, but the hospists. Okay, you should be just attacking them to capture them, please. Thank you. You as well should be capturing them. Now, these are the Hypaspists. They are much more heavily armored, but they have shorter spears. So that's the trade-off in terms of all of that. But they work well together with other groups. Now, reconnaissance. You want me to recruit a unit of cavalry scouts. We'll do that up here at Olympia. Got 40 men in reserve. I'm doing my best to spread out the manpower required. Y'all are doing your thing. That's cool. I'm still building those walls. I'm actually going to send these Hypaspists over here to capture and rebuild the fort at Bora. And this unit of workers, involuntary workers as they may be, are going to go up here and build the mine. Get a little bit more income coming in. Now, this doesn't simulate the income directly, but it does give kind of expenses versus income. It's kind of a basic spreadsheet, but you don't have to worry about managing your specific economy up and down every single day. Yeah. So what it does, right now we're showing an income of 270. We've got a expense of 261. With more mines, we'd have a higher income, and that will allow us to recruit more troops. You didn't join in with that? Okay. Go on. Do it. Now, this city over here is still out of bounds, but it is Athenian. This out-of-bounds thing doesn't exist in most of the versions of the game, but in this kind of campaign, they're trying to lead you in a proper method, which is great for our historical interest. Hang on. I want all of you to head up here. Now, we will be subject to various raids, unfortunately. The Athenians love to just pop in for raids at different times of year. You can see time continues on. It's currently midsummer. When we hit winter, everything will stop, but got to get there first. Okay. Also, we're going to swap one of these groups back. Right, this Phalangite brigade, you're actually going to be supported out of Pella. And the reason for that is Pella, in our being our capital, has the most troops. But also, we have some missions that will refill our troop level there. Okay, so our scout cavalry was built. Did not lose track of that. You're going to come on over here and then pop around. You could plot out even into the fog of war, which is fascinating to me. You're going to head up. Good. You're doing your thing. Companions are building another watchtower, which will be very helpful. Iordea discovered. We just need to find Elabia, but I believe that's down here. Iordea over here is an unwalled city. One of the other things this game has done for me is help me to understand just how important walls were to cities in the ancient world. Okay, so here we have some hoplites and spearmen that are deciding to pop over here. Y'all are going to need to face them. So, turn around. Get some high ground. Don't know how much it actually helps, but the tactician in me likes to support good tactical decisions. And then you're going to join in over here. Good. Just walk on over. You'll make it. And you come down here, capture this watchtower, while their troops are busy elsewhere. Yep, they're coming in. Now the spears are about the same length, but we are so much more heavily armored that Hypaspists should do pretty well. Expenses have exceeded income. Oh no, whatever will we do? Well, I know. We'll build this mine. We'll get there. 37 out of 40. We're actually pretty close on that band. Oh, we've got a routing unit here, but we don't have the ability to chase them down yet, really. Well, maybe we do. I don't think we'll make it in time, but we're going to go for it. All of you, come on in. We're all going to... I didn't want you to bunch up. It's going to be bad for you. Come on. Should be pausing more. Military prowess. Okay, Philip gained 2 stars in each skill. Fantastic. That is good news. Oh, and we have some migrants. Migrants are how you gain more population in a city. I don't really know if there's a good strategy for dealing with this, but I like to send them when they exist. I like to send them to the major cities that I have, urbanizing a little early, I suppose. And in that way, they... there we go. They add to the population of the main people that I'm working with. Oh, hello. Phalangite mercenaries of Iordea. How did you pick up Phalangite mercenaries? You're not supposed to be able to do that. Okay. Well, pacifists. The hypo troops are going to be doing their thing. And they should make pretty short work here. Mines. Okay, yes, you must have finished your work. Good job. Go to work, please. It'll be hard labor, but you'll do okay. Success. Come on. Like you very much to attack these people. Thank you. And all of you are now going to help rebuild the fort here. And these walls are almost done, so that's good. Philip, what are you going to do? I think you're going to go up here and see if you can take the city that's up there for the moment. Okay, you are... I guess you're going to take this watchtower. And you're going to head over here to take the city. I suppose both of these brigades should go over there. And you're not very good at anything yet, so you're going to help build the fort here. Right, so we're doing this Ore to Gold quest. Now, these quests, they are set up in chains. You can always see, like, what chain you need to do. I'm not sure, like, a change of address is a pretty straightforward thing. Change Philip's home city to Pella, change the companion cavalry's home city to Pella. Okay. Well, don't mind if I do. Changing the home city. And there you go. Hooray! Pella refilled its recruits. That was what I was saying wanted to do in order to gain more people. And now, with these phalangite brigades, they will be refilling. Companion cavalry will as well. Ooh, this is a question. Can we take this with just people we have? I think we're going to try. Hegemony is up here. They seem to have some troops within. Scout cavalry and some mercenaries. But those mercenaries are going to be a problem. Yep. But we've got enough to recruit another phalangite brand, and we've got the income now to support it. No, we need 80, and we're not quite at 80 free income. We'll be there after we take it, yeah. We'll be fine. Elamia down here is one of our other targets. Ooh. Right. We are engaging in battle up here. That's why we're lost track of some things. Okay, they are fleeing. And we're going to go back to capturing the place. One of the problems I have with this game is how the alerts all sound about the same. They're just kind of thump, and that doesn't tell you a lot. I would really like to have a more clear alert of what's going on. Raiders! Oh-ho! Where are these raiders? They're coming up from here. Okay. Interesting. Illyrian raiders. It'll be fine. They're coming up into that location? They surely are. Okay. Well, why don't we send you down? See if you can get there in time to defend the pass. Great. Yordea has been captured. We're kind of waiting for that fort to be built, but we'll connect it to the supply lines nevertheless, because that's the best way to ensure continuity here. Great. And we are going to make sure that the farm here is connected in as soon as it's captured too. Yep, they're going through little bit by little bit. Where is the cavalry? Not the small group. Oh, this is the small group. No wonder that's taking you so long. Where's the big group? They're up here capturing Hegemony, which we've just succeeded at. Fantastic. Okay, migrants appear in Almopia. Sure. Once again, we're going to send them into Pella. The Paeonians don't like us because we took their city. That's fair. I can understand where they would be upset about that. We are going to build some spearmen up here just to protect the city. And then we'll send the companion cavalry back over. Meanwhile, these guys have figured out, hey, we should probably attack this group that's standing here. We're going to have you be flanked a little bit, I think. When you run into troops, you do fight them. These lightly armored peltists are not going to last long. Ooh, running uphill in armor? You're not going to like that either. Oh, hey, a level up. Fantastic. We'll take it. Heroics, because I want you to have more morale. And you connect in here to that supply line. Can you come down here and maybe capture these folks? Thank you. They're all running back. They're running back. Are you going to catch them? Not really, no. Okay, head on back up. And same thing with the Hippasps. Take this tower, I think. Leave the workers there. More food, connecting into the supply lines. Ooh, one of my early games, I did a really poor job on making sure that everybody received enough food. Trying to be a lot more organized on that front now.